Yes, students, we discussed the three domains of life in the previous sessions. Now let us discuss systematics and taxonomy, which seems to be the synonyms. These two words seems to be the synonyms when we hear these words, when we use, but actually they are not so. They are similar in the study of the area, in which area it is being studied, the branch of science which deals with the, but the basis of study is different, so these are two different terms. Now let us discuss what is systematics. Systematics is the branch of science which deals with the study of diversification of the living organisms and their comparative and evolutionary relationship. Comparative and evolutionary. Evolutionary from where they means they are the ancestors. Okay, from where they are derived, from which organisms they are developed, their ancestors. Okay, evolutionary from which structure now they reach to this new structure, new stage, new species. Okay, so what is systematics? Systematics, it is the branch of science which deals with the study of diversification, diversity. We have studied the biological diversity. There is a huge diversity among all living organisms. Okay, the diversification of living organisms, and they are comparative it is E, comparative and evolutionary relationship. Evolutionary, ancestral, okay, about the forefathers, where they are having the common ancestor or not, that is being studied. The evolutionary relationship. This knowledge, this comparative knowledge or the evolutionary relationship, this knowledge is derived from the comparative morphology, comparative anatomy, comparative biochemistry or ecology, etc. This knowledge, comparative knowledge and evolutionary comparative relationship and the evolutionary relationship. Which knowledge? The comparative and evolutionary relationship. Okay, this knowledge is derived from the comparative morphology, the anatomy. Morphology means external structure, anatomy means internal structure, biochemistry means the biochemical reaction, the chemical reactions taking place inside the body, inside the cells of the different living organisms. Biochemistry, chemistry within the life, chemistry inside the life. Comparative morphology, anatomy, biochemistry, ecology or ecology, etc. I am writing over here ecology, etc. Okay. So we can say the systematics. We can define the systematics as the study of the characterization, identification, nomenclature and classification based upon the phylogeny. Phylogeny, the evolutionary study or the study of ancestors. Okay, study of the origin, ancestral origin, that is the evolutionary study, and in a single word in biology it is told phylogeny. Okay, so systematics can be defined. It can be defined as the study of, it can be defined as the study of writing in study of characterization, characteristics, characterization, identification, to identify what type of organism is this, identification, characterization, identification, nomenclature, naming, nomenclature, and classification, based on phylogeny, based on phylogeny. So phylogeny means, what do you mean by phylogeny? Yes, the phylogeny is the evolutionary history, how it is evolved from its ancestors, where the origin is lying. Evolutionary history or the origin, okay, you can say origin. So systematic means is the study of the characterization, identification, nomenclature and classification, but this is based on the phylogeny or evolutionary history. The term systematics was coined by systematics word. Term means what? Systematics was coined by Carolus Linnaeus. In the year 1813, who is the father of taxonomy. Carolus Linnaeus, the father of taxonomy. Okay, and he first used the systematic term in his book Systema Naturae. He first used this term systematics, this term in his book Systema Naturae. Systema Naturae, classification of living world. Naturae, RAE, Systema Naturae. So you may be asked from this points, that is the book written by the Carolus Linnaeus, where the classification of living world is given, Systema Naturae. The who coined the term systematics term was coined by Carolus Linnaeus. Okay, or the definition, you may be asked name the branch which deals with the study of diversification and of the living organism and the comparative and their comparative and evolutionary relationship, or you may be asked from the definition, that is the study of characterization, identification, nomenclature and classification based on phylogeny, that is evolutionary that relationship. Okay, write down all this. Taxonomy, it is the branch of science which deals with the study of the identification, characterization. First of all, the characteristics are studied. So, characterization, identification, nomenclature and classification. Okay, but based on some set of rules, based on principles and procedures. It is the branch of science which deals with the study of characterization, because first of all the characteristics are studied, then they are identified. Characterization, identification, nomenclature, naming. After identifying, name is given a scientific name, nomenclature, sorry, naming, I am writing naming, okay, nomenclature and classification. Okay, classification. Simply saying grouping up, okay, classification of living organisms. This grouping, we can say grouping of living organisms, living beings, grouping of living beings into different categories, okay, into different categories based on set of rules. Categories, the different they are placed, the organisms, they are classified into different groups. These groups are categories, into different categories based on set of rules. So we can say taxonomy can be defined as the principles and procedures of classification. Principles and procedures of classification. So it can be defined as the study of Principles and procedures. Rules and principles. Principles and procedures of classification. Classification of living beings, of living organisms. The term taxonomy was coined by A.P. de Candolle. The term was coined by A.P. de Candolle coined the term systematics, coined the term taxonomic. Coined the term taxonomy. Okay. The living organisms, they are grouped into different categories. There are some basic categories are there. The obligatory categories of the classification. What we are discussing now, classification. How the classification is done? The classification is done, classification of the living organisms are done by using 7 categories, the 7 basic categories, 7 obligatory categories. So, what are the obligatory categories? There are 7 obligatory categories. There are 7 obligatory categories, obligatory compulsory categories okay, using which the living organisms are classified. What are they? The different categories are kingdom, class, kingdom, phylum or division. Phylum in case of animals and division in case of the plantae and fungi. Okay, the phylum is used. The phylum is the second category. The category coming under the kingdom. But in case of the plants and any the fungi, plantae and any fungi kingdom, there the division is used. Phylum or division, class, order, then below the order, the family, genus and species. This is the basic categories, the 7 obligatory categories that are used for the classification which are necessary for the classification of all living organisms. Categories of classification which are necessary for the classification or grouping of all living organisms, all living organisms. Along with me, write down all this, okay. So the basic categories are like this, and as we have studied, above the kingdom domain is there. Above the kingdom the domain is there. So there what? Domain. Domain consists of the kingdoms. Kingdom consists of the sub-kingdom, means sub-kingdom constitute the kingdom. Suppose in case of phylum, the phyla constitute the number of phyla. Phylum is the singular. Phyla, what I am telling, phylum is singular. Phyla is the plural. Okay. So sub-kingdom, then below the kingdom what comes? The phylum. So many phyla make the sub-kingdom, many sub-phylum. It may come, not compulsorily. And superclass, and class, maybe subclass, order, family. I am not writing much more that spaces. If we start, we are the one type of species, Homo sapiens. The species is the smallest unit of the classification of the living world. The smallest category, it is the smallest unit of living world. It is the lowest category, okay, lowest category. And number of species, genus. Here is the genus and species. Number of species comes under genus. Number of genus make the family. Number of family make the order. Number of orders together make the subclass, or directly it make the class. Number of classes make the superclass. These are the extra that are it may be there or not. Means here I have shown you some that categories more than that obligatory category. But if the superclass is not there, classification cannot be done. It is not like that. It is not a necessary category. It may or may not be there. But the necessarily categories are the kingdom, phylum, class, order, family, genus, species. These are the 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now the word comes taxon. What do you mean by taxon? Taxon is the term used for to name any of these categories. Naming of the name of a category is biological naming. Naming of a category is called taxon. So what you will write down? Taxon is the scientific term used for these categories. The highest category is the kingdom. Kingdom is the taxon. Under the kingdom again different phyla. So phyla, what is the name? Okay, kingdom is the category. Then what is the taxa? Taxa is the plural. Taxon is the singular. Taxon is the singular, whereas taxa is the plural. Taxa is the plural. Taxa is the plural. Okay. So under each the categories, the scientific name used for the scientific terms used for different categories is called taxon. So under the kingdom is one category. What are the different kingdoms? The 5 kingdom in 5 kingdom system. If kingdom is the category, I am writing over here. If kingdom is a category, okay, then name of kingdoms, scientific name of kingdoms, scientific, okay, scientific name of kingdoms, scientific name of kingdoms that are like the, what are the kingdoms? Monera, Protista, fungi, plantae, animalia. Each name, Monera is one taxon, Protista is one taxon, fungi is one taxon, plantae is one taxon, animalia is one taxon. What is animalia? You will tell that it is one of the kingdom. So kingdom is the category and these scientific names of different kingdoms. Yes, different categories. Kingdom is one specific category and scientific name of the different kind of these categories, the different kind of kingdoms coming under this category, they are the taxa. So here Monera is the name of one kingdom, that is one taxon, and we belongs to the Animalia kingdom. This name of the kingdom of our kingdom is Animalia. So Animalia is a taxon and so on. Class is a category. Again under a class, different classes are there. For example, in the Animalia kingdom, the Chordata phylum, Chordata, the phylum, different phyla are there. If the phylum is a category, the name of different phyla, the Porifera, the Coelenterata, the Cnidaria, Coelenterata or Cnidarians, Ctenophora, the Helminthes, Nematoda, or the Platyhelminthes, Nematoda, Annelida, Arthropoda, Mollusca. Each one is a taxon and these are the taxa. From Porifera to Chordata, I told Mollusca, then comes the Echinodermata, then Hemichordata, Urochordata, Cephalochordata, okay, then comes the Chordata, or simply we can say Chordata, Hemichordata, then Chordata. Chordata again divided. We will study all this, but these are the name of phyla, the Porifera to Chordata. Each one is a taxon or taxa. These names are taxa. But the phylum name, what? The phylum that meant for a category. Okay? The name, scientific name of different categories are called taxa, or each one is called taxon. And there are some basic groupings, name of groups, that how the basic similar characteristics are studied and they are grouped into a particular category. These are the 7 obligatory or compulsory categories are there to classify the living organisms. Okay, in this session today we discuss the eukarya of the 3 domains. Then we discuss the taxonomy, systematics and taxonomy. Okay, the taxonomy term was coined by A.P. de Candolle, A.P. de Candolle, and the systematics term was coined by Carlos Linnaeus. Carlos Linnaeus is the father of taxonomy. So, what is systematics? You write down the difference definitely and send me the photocopy in my personal WhatsApp number. What you maintain, you can take the photo and serially you can make a PDF and can send me on my personal number so I can check. Okay. So, what is systematics? Systematics is the branch of science which deals with the study of the characterization, identification, nomenclature and classification based on the comparative and evolutionary relationship or based on phylogeny, simply saying based on phylogeny. Whereas taxonomy is the branch of science which deals with the same thing, that is deals with the characterization, the identification, nomenclature and classification, but based on the some certain rules and principles and procedures. Rules, principles and procedures. One more thing you remember, in further studies, after further studies taxonomy can be changed, but systematics cannot be changed. The findings of the systematics cannot be changed. You write down the point and note down in your notebook and I may ask you. Okay, again I am repeating, I am not writing. The taxonomy, on further study, the taxonomy can be changed. The study, what is the classification or the findings can be changed, but systematics, after further means in further studies also, systematics can never be changed. It is fixed because it is derived from the comparative and evolutionary basis. Okay, thank you.